That's a question I get asked weekly, and the answer is absolutely. Because when the complaining witness goes down to the prosecutor's office, this is what happens in one particular county that shall go unnamed, but they meet with someone with a wonderful title, the victim's advocate. Wow, they're on your side, right? So somebody trots on down to the prosecutor's office and they plop down, and the victim's advocate is so nice and says, would you like a cup of coffee? Can I get you a soda, some water? Just real nice. And there's some strange guy in that room as well with what looks to be a law enforcement badge hanging off of a belt buckle, someone in civilian clothes who just happens to be carrying a gun as well. Well, as the interview goes on, the victim's advocate will say, now, we don't want you to go to court and say something that's not true in court under oath. That would be a felony. And the complaining witness, who the state will always call a victim, of course, will go, yeah, I don't want to commit a felony. And they're thinking, okay, this isn't going to be so bad. That's when the victim's advocate says, I want you to meet so-and-so here. So-and-so works with our office and is a real certified Florida law enforcement officer. Now, take a real good look at your statement, because just as we don't want you to go to court and say something that's not true, if you say anything that's different than what's on this form right here, you're going to go to jail immediately. Wow. What do you think happens in that scenario? The person's sitting there going, I don't want to prosecute because, oh my God, that guy has a big gun and he'll take me to jail because I love the other person and we're going to counseling. In other words, all the stuff that would be in that request to drop charges that would actually result in the state's case being damaged has been instead enhanced. The state's case is actually stronger. We have an entirely different protocol. And what really scares me is I've heard of lawyers who should know better telling complaining witnesses, oh, you should go down to the state attorney's office and request to drop charges. I'm thinking to myself, did an invisible bolt of lightning hit this person in the head when I wasn't looking? That's exactly the wrong thing to do. We have a way in which we get that information and we get it to the prosecutor's office without putting anybody in any undue risk, and certainly protecting our client, because when people self-represent and they're overconfident and their partner or friend they had an argument with or whatever runs down to the prosecutor's office, instead of their case being stronger and more likely to result in a dismissal, just the opposite happens. So this is another example how people can be well-meaning, but do something, even though they mean to help their case, can actually hurt their case terribly.
For a free phone consultation, contact attorney Stephen Cobb in Florida at 850-466-1522 or visit his website at www.cobblawfirm.com.